Welcome to this practice of yoga, Hatha yoga. I have two blocks with me. I'm not sure if I'm going to use them, but it's always nice to have them just in case. So, if you wish to use any support blocks or cushions for your practice, then go ahead. We'll begin at the back of the mat in Balasana, child's pose. Either with the knees together or wide apart, your choice. The big toes touching, sitting back onto your heels and reaching the arms forward. Rest your forehead onto the mat. You could also use a block here if you want to rest your forehead. Just taking a moment as always to land in your space of practice. Fully with body and mind. Let yourself soften in areas where you may feel tightness to begin with. Completely let go into the floor below you, through the feet, the hips, shoulders, and hands. And bring your awareness to your breath. Notice its rhythm. If it is gentle, smooth, fluid, or fast, agitated, maybe short. Simply becoming aware. Then wherever you are, exhale fully, empty your lungs. Inhale through the nose for 1, 2, 3. And exhale through the nose, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Exhale. Again, inhale, 2, 3. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. Do this a few times at your own pace. Try to keep the rhythm of 4-4, including a little pause at the top. After your next exhale, return to your natural breath. Take a breath in, lift your head, gaze forward, and come onto all fours in the tabletop position. Aligning the hands shoulder distance and the knees hip distance apart for a few cat-cows. As you inhale, drop the belly button down towards the floor, lift the chin, gaze up, tailbone up. With the exhale, draw the belly button in, the chin towards the chest, rounding the spine. Inhale to arch, maybe curling the toes under on the inhale. With the exhale, bring the tops of the feet back down onto the mat. Gently opening. Inhale, arch the spine, curl the toes under. With the exhale, tops of the feet on the floor, and sit back onto your heels into child's pose. Inhale, come back into tabletop position, curl the toes under, arch the spine and gaze up. With the exhale, chin towards the chest, rounding the spine, and sit back onto your heels, tops of the feet on the floor, Balasana. Do this a few more times, moving with your own breath. Spread the fingers wide, the hands are active. Exhale, tops of the feet on the floor, sit back into child's pose. Inhale forward, gaze up, curl the toes under. Exhale, sit back onto your heels, child's pose. Inhale, come back up into tabletop position. Again, separate the fingers wide and make circles with your hips and your shoulders. Moving with your breath. And if you're familiar with Ujjayi and you want to use that in your practice, go ahead. Otherwise, just keeping the breath as it is, as natural as possible. Changing direction. Come back to tabletop position. Curl the toes under. Take a deep inhale. With the exhale, lift the hips up and back, coming into downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. You can gaze at your hands if you'd like, just making sure again they are more or less shoulder distance apart with the fingers spread wide. The feet more or less hip distance apart. And suck your stomach in. Bandhas active, legs active. And in this position, bend your right knee, keeping the left leg straight. Separate all the 5 toes of your right foot. Feel the stretch. Take a couple of breaths there. Strong hands and arms. And switch legs, extending the right knee, bending the left. Keeping the focus on your breath. And do this a few more times, moving maybe with the breath this time. Bending one knee as you inhale, and bending the other as you exhale. And come to a still point. Gaze forward and walk your feet towards your hands, bending your knees as much as you need to, keeping the feet hip distance apart. Bend the knees and let go of your head completely. Relax your arms. Any movements that you wish to make, maybe with the head and neck, go ahead. And place the hands onto your mat. If you're not reaching comfortably, then use the blocks to rest your hands on the blocks. Then inhale, bend the knees, gaze forward. Exhale, extend the legs, release the head down. Inhale, bend the knees deeply, lift the chin, gaze front. Exhale, extend the knees, lifting the hips high, coming into forward fold. Inhale to sit down. Exhale, forward fold. 2 more times. Inhale, bend your knees deeply, keeping the head down, and slowly come up, uncurling the spine, bringing one vertebra at a time on top of the other. Lift the head and release the shoulders back and down to arrive in Tadasana, mountain pose. Wake up your legs, gently lift up the kneecaps. Activate the bandhas, belly in, pelvic floor active. With the inhale, lengthen your entire body. And exhaling, bring the hands, palms together at the center of your chest. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead and back and arch back. Bring the arms back, the hips forward. Exhale, suck your stomach in and fold forward and down. Uttanasana, chin towards the chest. Inhale, lengthen halfway forward, gaze front. Exhale, send the right foot back behind you, a big step, right knee down to the floor, coming into a low lunge. Take a few breaths here, allowing the hips to release down towards the floor. You could use the block again, the blocks to support the hands if you would like to. Release the shoulders down. And inhale, reach the arms up and back, starting to draw circles with your arms. Opening through the shoulders. One more. Inhale, reach the arms up and stay there, reaching the arms back, coming into Anjali Asana. Take the gaze up towards the ceiling. And feel the strength in your left leg, firmly planting the left foot onto your mat. Left knee on top of the left ankle. Inhale. With the exhale, hands down to the floor. Lift the right knee off the floor. Send the left foot back, coming into a high plank. With the exhale, knees down to the floor. Bend the elbows, lowering all the way down. Activate your legs. Inhale, lift the chest and chin. Gaze up, Bhujangasana, Cobra Pose. With the exhale, curl the toes under. Send the hips back and up, coming into Downward Facing Dog. Breathing easily through the nose, slowing down your breath. Inhale, gaze forward, take a big step with the right foot, left knee down to the floor. Release the hips down, lift the chest. Again, using the blocks for support. Allowing the shoulder blades to move down the spine. Keep your heart open and a soft gaze in front. Inhale, lift the upper body, lift the arms and reach back with the hands, drawing circles once again. Move with your breath. Last one to come into Anjali Asana. Inhale, reach the arms up and back. Gaze up towards the ceiling. With each inhalation, lift the heart center. And with the exhale, relax the hips, the shoulders. Feeling supported through the right leg, the right foot. Deep inhale to lift the chest. Exhale, look down, bring the hands on either side of your right foot and bring the left foot forward, hip distance apart with the feet, lengthen halfway, gaze front. Exhale to fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, slowly come up. As you come up, bring the arms up and back, coming back into a back bend, squeeze the buttocks. Exhale to come back into Tadasana, mountain pose. Feeling strong and steady. Inhale, arms up, reach back. Exhale, suck your stomach in to fold forward and down with control, chin towards the chest. Inhale, lengthen halfway forward, look forward, stomach in. With the exhale, step the left foot back this time, a big step, left knee down onto the floor. Inhale, gaze front. With the exhale, extend the right knee, sending the hips back. Inhale forward, exhale back. We do this 3 more times. The next time you bend into the right knee, lift the upper body and the arms up, reach back, coming back into Anjali Asana first. And with the exhale, bring the left hand to the inside of the right foot, right arm up, coming into a twist, gaze towards the right thumb. Find the twist in the upper body. Notice if the right knee is playing out to the side. Really root down with the right foot. Long lines with the arms and shoulders. Inhale, try to touch the ceiling with the fingertips. Exhale, gaze down, bring the right hand to the inside of the right foot. Take the left knee off the floor, lift the hips and turn all 10 toes towards the long edge of your mat. Align your feet in a wide-legged pose. Inhale, gaze forward. With the exhale, fold. Releasing your upper body down into a wide-legged forward bend. If the hands do not reach the floor comfortably, again using the blocks to support your practice, to bring the floor to your hands. Maybe move your head and neck. And the knees could be bent also here. But try to spread the body weight evenly onto both feet and also evenly between the front and the back. The tendency here is to bring the body weight in the heels. So try to shift the body weight a little bit more in the toes. One more breath. Inhale, lift the head, bring the hands forward below the shoulders, keeping the feet where they are, bending into one knee, straightening the other, and switching. Then come back to the center and walk your hands towards the left foot, pointing the toes towards the back edge of your mat this time. Hands on the floor, left foot back, knees down, cycling through Vinyasa. Inhale, cobra pose, roll the shoulders back and down, gaze up. Exhale, come back into downward facing dog, hips up high. Realign yourself, feet hip distance apart. Hands, fingers, palms active. We do the same thing to the other side. Gaze forward, step the left foot between the hands, right knee down to the floor. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, extend the left knee, send the hips back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. 3 more times. And the next time you bend the left knee on top of the left ankle. Inhale, arms up and back, Anjali Asana. Exhale, gaze on the floor, bring the right hand on the floor to the inside of the left foot, left arm up, coming into a twist. Notice if you're collapsing into the right side of the body, the right shoulder. We lift up out of the shoulder joint, gaze up towards the left thumb, and pressing firmly into the left foot. Inhale to reach high. Exhale, gaze on the floor, left hand to the inside of the left foot. Lift your hips, coming back into a wide-legged forward fold, facing the long edge of the mat. Inhale, gaze front, and exhale, slowly lower down. Maybe finding that you have more space to play around with in the legs, the upper body. And if that's not the case, no worries. Over time, gradually the body will open with the practice. Here you could reach back with the arms, with the hands. This helps with bringing the body weight a little bit more forward. And to come out, bring the hands back forward. Inhale, gaze front. With the exhale, bring the hands on the hips and come up using your abdominal strength. Turn all 10 toes, the feet out to the side, arms up, inhale. With the exhale, bend the knees and sit down into goddess pose. Bring the body weight into the outer edges of your feet. The elbows at the same level as the shoulders. And the heart open. Breathing through it, feeling the hips. Inhale, lift the crown of the head, lengthen the spine. With the exhale, see if you can bring the hips back down a little bit more. Inhale, extend the legs, extend the arms. Turn the left foot in, right toes out. Utthita Trikonasana, extend a triangle pose. Inhale, lift the chest. With the exhale, extend towards the right hand onto the shin, left arm up towards the ceiling. You could use a block here if you'd like. Tug the tailbone under. Take the gaze towards the left thumb. And suck your stomach in. Noticing where you're feeling the pose. If there are parts of the body that are speaking to you more than others. A deep inhale. Exhale, look down. And come up for the other side. Turn the right foot in, left toes out. Maybe moving the block to the other side if you're using one. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, extend towards the left foot as much as possible. Landing the left hand maybe on the shin or on the block if you're using one. Right arm up. Drawing long lines with your body. Feel the triangle between your legs. The triangle between the feet and the top hand. One more inhale. Exhale, look down. Inhale, slowly come up. And bring the feet together at the top of the mat. Preparing to move down towards the floor. Inhale, reach the arms up. Lengthen straight up this time. Exhale, fold forward and down. Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen halfway forward. Exhale, hands on the floor. Step back into a high plank. Knees down to the floor. And slowly lower down all the way. Slide the hands forward so the elbows come below the shoulders, or maybe slightly in front of the shoulders in Sphinx pose. Supported back bend, using the floor to feel the hips heavy into your mat. And using the support of the forearms, the hands, to maybe reach the chest a little bit more forward and up. One last inhale and exhale. Then place one hand on top of the other, elbows out, and rest your forehead onto your hands. Resting here for a moment. Place your hands under your shoulders. Curl the toes under and come into downward facing dog. Bring your feet together, preparing for Gomukhasana, cow face pose. Lift your right leg up high, pointing toes. With the exhale, bring the right knee at the center of your mat. Then slide your left knee behind, separate the feet, and sit down between the heels. If this feels very uncomfortable, you could use a block to sit down on. So maybe I'll do this for this practice myself. Alleviating any sensation, funky sensation in the knees. And take a few breaths just for the lower body to soften into this pose. Deep breath in, reach the arms up, lengthen. Exhale, twist towards the right. Right hand behind you, left hand to the outside of the right knee and gaze over the right shoulder. Feel that the body weight is even on both sitting bones. Exhale, look forward, releasing the arms first, then the block from underneath you, hands on the floor in front of you, and very mindfully come back into downward facing dog with the feet together. We'll go to the other side, left leg up high, point the left toes. With the exhale, bring the left knee forward at the middle of the mat, slide the right knee behind, separate the feet, and preparing maybe the block if you're using one to sit down on. And again, just taking a few breaths to let the hips, thighs, the knees, everything to relax into this pose that may feel challenging. If you have any issues with the knees or tight hips, and coming into the twist. Inhale, arms up. Exhale and twist towards the left. Bringing the right hand, the right arm to the outside of the left thigh and gaze over the left shoulder. To release, gaze forward, release the arms. Again, mindfully bring the hands forward, releasing the legs, coming into downward facing dog. Gaze forward and walk your feet towards your hands. Bend your knees deeply to sit down, bring the hands behind you. And coming into a comfortable seated position of your choice. For Yoga Mudra, yogic seal, sealing the practice with gratitude. Take hold of the left wrist with the right hand behind you. Inhale, lift the chin and the gaze. And on the exhale, lower your upper body down, your head down. Maybe the forehead touches the floor, maybe it doesn't. It's okay. It's more energetic intention and a pause. And slowly come up, releasing the hands, reach the arms up. Exhale, release the arms down. Then extend the legs out in front of you, coming into Savasana, the last pose, relaxation pose of the practice. Separate the legs, bring a little bit of space between the arms and your upper body. If you feel there is a bit of a compression in your neck, gently bring the chin towards the chest. Lengthen the cervical spine and close your eyes. Release the tongue away from the roof of your mouth. Give yourself permission to relax fully. Feel the weight of your body in the floor below you. Bring your awareness back to your breath. Take a deep, slow inhalation and a slow, long exhale. Bring movement back into your toes and your fingertips. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead and give yourself a good stretch from toes to fingers. On the exhale, bring your knees to your chest and take hold of the back of your thighs and roll forward a few times and back until you come to a seated position. Bring your hands, palms together at your heart center. Thank you for practicing with me today. Namaste.